Thank you so much, sir. You may please.
You
बड़े गीत कराओ जी हो रे क्यों तरसावे हो मन सकल दिखाओ जी हरी शरारत सब जानू मैं चौधरी मन से ले और पंगा जी मैं कहने लगी हमारे हिबड़ा में जागी डोकरी हमारा चंदा में भारी चांदनी हमारे आंगन में पाती खुशी रे झुम्मा 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 हमारे हिबड़ा में जागी डोकरी हमारा चंदा में भारी चांदनी हमारे आंगन में पाती खुशी रे झुम्मा 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 मोहरे लिया तूने ऐसा खिलाना खावे खिंच कोने मारे मन
कितनी देर तक प्रोग्राम चलना चाहिए आपके हिसाब से? 15 मिनट, 20 मिनट? It's really a great moment for all of us that every year we celebrate cinema and get into the fresh mood to get influence with the cinema of past years, current years and the future years. Celebration cinema is a very significant moment and week for us, where so many experts and celebrities come and share their views and their thoughts with us. We hold many workshops, master classes, screenings, and we are very privileged today that on the opening day, we have a great and my favorite director, Mr. Anand Rai here. Give a big hand, please. And I must say, there are actors who are, and they are human beings. But they are actors who are great actors, but they are greater human beings. And that one actor I know is Boman Irani. So, sir, we are very thankful to you on the behalf of each student here, faculty, staff, team member. Thank you very much for honoring us for this. And we would like to invite you here to just a discussion. This time we select a theme. What is the importance and significance of humor in cinema? So, Mr. Anand Rai has made movies you have seen, I have seen. He has made brilliant movie, picking up the characters from the society and creating a lot of humor with certain issues, internal issues of the people. Very meaningful films he has made. And so Mr. Boman Irani, who can carry any kind of 9 emotions, I think. He is from the stage, he's an actor at home, he's an actor in front of his grandchild now. And you must send us video when you really react to your grandchild. And give a big hand for it and congratulations for our grandchild. Yes. So please, sir, please come on the stage and let's have an interactive session today on the humor in cinema. I would like to also invite our head of the acting drama department, Mr. Salim Arif here, and our chief mentor, Mr. Somnathji. So we celebrate cinema, means the celebrate is the festivity, joy, emotion of joy. You know, the cinema business is a very serious business, we all know. And we all directors particularly know about it, and the actors also. We go through a lot of sweats, a lot of pains, a lot of humiliations, a lot of odds, a lot of emotions, including writing, conceiving, and writing scripts, and writing scenes, and going through those characters. We do feel for them. But one thing which we have in common, all of us, the writers, our director of cinemas, particularly in actors too, that we do not enjoy only life. We do not enjoy only joys. We enjoy death also. We enjoy sorrows too. And we enjoy those emotions, of deep emotions of human being. And we go into it, we celebrate it, we look at them, and we feel them, and we write it. But trust me, the pain itself is a celebration. Like all those philosophers said, that is celebration itself, because you are completing the journey of your life. So whether it's a joy or sorrow, we do celebrate, and we do say cinema, we do saw this kind of documentary. If we celebrate every kind of emotion with equal passion, with equal love, with equal justice to it. And we will talk today why humor in cinema has been always popular and undying emotions and undying factor in the film. हमारे यहाँ काफी पहले सर मैं आपको बात बताना चाहता हूँ कि मुझे पहला जो पाठ पढ़ाया गया था, जो मेरी मूवी से पहले जो मेरे गुरु थे वहाँ पर, उन्होंने मुझसे कहा कि देखो, अच्छी फिल्म बनानी है, हिट फिल्म बनानी है। जी अच्छी फिल्म नहीं, हिट बनानी है, because I want to survive. अच्छी बनानी है तो सच्ची फिल्म बनानी पड़ेगी। हिट बनानी है तो ट्रेजेडी को कॉमेडी में बताओ। Narrate your tragedy into comedy. और ये फिल्म हिट हो जाएगी because people will celebrate your film. And that is the secret I got it, and that's why you see all my drama emotions have been narrated in a very humorous manner in its own way, whether they are villains or they are comedians or they are characters over there. And that is how I enjoyed making my movies in my life. Now I would like to know his thought, his experience about the humor in cinema. Mr. Anand Rai, please.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, thank you so much for calling me here, and it's a privilege. ये मौके मुझे बहुत कम मिलते हैं, especially with Subhash ji there and Boman sir there, and with you all. It's a learning experience. Trust me, ये जो 15-20 मिनट में यहाँ बैठा था, I enjoyed every minute of it with music or this cinema thing. It's normally हम लोग अब इतना काम में busy हो जाते हैं कि हमारा जो इंसान है वो जीना छोड़ देता है थोड़े टाइम के लिए. So I was really very happy sitting there with you all. So सर ने जो अभी एक बात बोली, मैं बीच में से शुरू करता हूँ ये वाली बात, जो इन्होंने बोला कि sorrow enjoy करना, you know. स्ट्रगल नहीं बताता, वो सबकी होती है. पर मुझे ये पता चल गया था कि तनु इट्स मनु बनाने के बाद एवरीबडी वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग मी टू गो फॉर अनदर सो कॉल्ड, जिनको हम स्ट्रक्चर कर लेते हैं, इट्स अ रोम कॉम जोन, यू नो. सो पीपल वर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि अब ये यहाँ तक पहुँचा है तो अब ये अगली फिल्म भी उसी रोम कॉम जोन में देगा. तो मैंने थोड़ी सी अपने आप के साथ चालाकी की और आई सेड कि ये मौका मुझे मिल रहा है, आई मस्ट गो फॉर समथिंग एल्स. एंड मैं अपनी ग्रोथ ढूंढता हूँ कहीं पे. एंड बीइंग ब्रॉट अप इन अ वेरी मिडिल क्लास फैमिली, घर का छोटा बेटा रहा तो ज़्यादा तकलीफ़ें नहीं देखी. सो मुझे लॉस का अंदाज़ा नहीं था कि व्हाट इज़ बेसिकली कि वैक्यूम क्या होता है, मतलब एक इमोशन का वैक्यूम कब आता है. सो आई सेड आई मस्ट सी माई सेल्फ डीलिंग विद ट्रेजेडी in a way, and then let me see जो छोटा सा डायरेक्टर पैदा हुआ है अंदर, जो कूद रहा है, वो क्या कर सकता है. And said I'll try my hand, I'll work out a story where I can deal with death and see a person like me जिसका इतना close उस चीज़ के साथ इंटरेक्शन नहीं रहा है. The only loss I can remember is 2009 when I lost my dad. So, पर मैं ये देखना चाह रहा था खुद के साथ. एंड जो सर ने अभी बोला कि उसको एंजॉय करना, उसको सेलिब्रेट करना, यू नो. सो देन आई डिसाइडेड टू गो फॉर रांझना. एंड वही मैं देखना चाह रहा था कि मैं कितना हंसते हुए उस कहानी को वहाँ तक लेके जा सकता हूँ जहाँ मेरी ऑडियंस इसको एंजॉय कर सके. सेलिब्रेट दैट ट्रेजिडी, टू सेलिब्रेट दैट डेथ. तो सर को बहुत पहले ये चीज़ उनको गुरु दक्षिणा में मिल गई. हम इनका काम देख देख के सीखे और गलतियां कर कर के सीखे. सो that's something which again I got it today from him is it's a celebration of everything when you come to cinema, whether it is happiness, sorrow, pain. तो ये चीज़ जो हम लोगों को इंस्पायर करती रहती है और मूव करती रहती है लाइफ में. मेरा डायरेक्टर कोई बहुत एम्बिशियस नहीं है. और
एक्चुअली जब मैंने ये सीन देखा आपका रांझना का, I was so much moved, and I think this is one of the best scene in the history of Indian cinema, I would say. I told my sister that time when I was watching कि जो हीरो है वो मरते मरते भी बहुत ही मजाकिया तरीके से बात कर रहा है और बोलता जा रहा है, बोलता जा रहा है, बोलता जा रहा है. It was a very unique scenes, and that created a different level to the whole storytelling over there. And because he was celebrating, as you said, that fantastic.
हाँ, मेरे पास कोई चारा नहीं रहा था साहब. मेरे को वहाँ तक पहुँचा दिया था उसने कि मैं सिर्फ हंसते उससे कुछ बुलवा दूँ और उसको भेज दूँ.
Superb. That was the best part of the movie, I must say.
Thank you.
So in between, I would like to say that our students also, you know, they would like to show one clipping where one of our students has performed one of your brilliant scene. So please, just the clipping one from his film, where Monica Murthy, and she recites, narrates your scene.
Brilliant.
You know, can we see her?
होता हूँ इन तरह के सीन में. मुझे नहीं समझ में आता कि कौन सा रास्ता पकड़ूंगा और कहाँ पहुँचूंगा. सो दिस वाज वन ऑफ द टफेस्ट सीन्स विच मैंने पूरी फिल्म ख़त्म करने के बाद, सर, आई फिनिश्ड एंटायर फिल्म, आई एडिटेड एंटायर फिल्म, एंड देन आई वेंट फॉर दिस सीन एंड आई शॉट दिस सीन फॉर अ रीज़न दैट मुझे ये समझना था कि मेरा एक्टर, यू नो, कि कितनी बारीकी से इस ह्यूमर को, जो कि इंटरनल है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें, इनका तो पेन ही है ना, तो मैं अपनी ऑडियंस को कैसे हंसाऊंगा इनकी तकलीफ में. सो मैंने पूरी फिल्म खत्म करने का इंतजार किया.
Our students would like to know, sir, when you write a story, these characters have been conceived by you, and when you conceive these characters, do you write all those lines, dialogues, or you take it further? First you conceive a character, design it, and then you enter into screenplay, and then while writing dialogues, you know, you work three times. First is conceiving, then the screenplay part of it, then the dialogues part of it. So what is the best part where you take out the performance and dialogues? Has it been written initially only, in the first draft only, or the final?
सर, इनके लिए बड़ा मिसगाइडिंग हो जाएगा. मैं रियल प्रोसेस नहीं बता रहा. फैक्ट ये है कि मैं आई एंजॉय एवरी मिनट ऑफ माई टाइम आई स्पेंड विद द स्क्रिप्ट. Trust me, I never think about the conclusion. The only thing I'm, as a very selfish person, not even as a director, I look forward to is मुझे मज़ा आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा. क्या मैं वहाँ बैठ के ये देखूँगा तो मुझे वो 2 घंटे का वर्थ मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा. अगर वो नहीं हो रहा तो ये मेरी फिल्म नहीं है. अगर वो हो रहा है मेरे साथ तो ये मेरी फिल्म है. So whether it's a character or the plot or the emotion, if I am not enjoying, then it's not my film. So very first rule is that you should enjoy every character, every moment. अगर वो आपके साथ हो जाए फिर आप छलांग मार दीजिए, then you make it. So मैं अब ये इतनी सारी बातें मैं इनके सामने कर रहा हूँ, मुझे थोड़ा सा odd लग रहा है because
we are discussing with students and it's wonderful to know your opinion. And now Boman ji, before I talk to you, I would like to show one clipping which is my favorite. So can I see that? बोमन जी की क्लिपिंग. क्योंकि मैंने सोचा कि बोमन साहब से बात करेंगे तो बोमन साहब के सीरियस ना हो जाएं. Fabulous. Have you marked? You see, he's one of the finest actor. Why he's one of the finest actors? Because if you see the scene, he has not acted in a film, a scene. He has always reacted in the film. Still, he has been always reacting to Munna Bhai, and you can see whether he's speaking or not speaking, but the way he reacts, the whole scene has a different level altogether. Great, great, Bomanji. Salute to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Now you can give us some tips that how to create humor out of tragedy you go through.
Firstly, it's a great, great honor to be here once again. I really want to thank you, Subhashji. Thank you so much, and to the students for the warm welcome. I can't tell you how wonderful it feels. I mean, this is better than anything a critic has ever written for me. Just want to say that, Subhashji, you're looking very young. And he made it very clear. And he very cleverly made it very clear by announcing me as a grandfather, so that, you know, he remains the youngest on the stage. But just to say, I completely agree with what you are saying. You see, I think most of the characters we see today that you laugh with or at, there are two times that you either you laugh at a character or laugh with the character. And it's better to laugh with the character than at a character. But you're always laughing at his misfortune. On his tragedy, that he lost his job, or he's lost his girlfriend, or he's, hurt him, or he's broken his leg, or he's fully in plaster, or he slips and falls. Invariably, we are laughing at people's misfortune. Now, that is the nature of the beast, of entertainment, of life. But to look at it in a different way, I can't say I'm lucky, but it's the worst thing to say I'm lucky. But in my home, my father died before I was born. So my father died in 59 May. I was born in 59 December. So the atmosphere in my house was a very sober atmosphere. It was not a happy growing up first 2 years. But the strange thing happened that whenever there is a... Please don't feel sad. Everything is okay now. Everybody, "Arey bichara Boman, yaar, poor fella. Arey kaisa hoga wo zaman? My God, chota. No worry. I'm happy, man. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm a grandfather now. Don't worry." But there are always people, and invariably they are good people, because these good people want to help. You can help financially for a family. You can come and, give support, hold somebody's hand. When they are crying, you'll come and say, "Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry." But I saw the people that we looked most forward to in our home at that point of time were people who came and made us laugh. And those people would take it upon themselves to make sure that they diffuse any tension in any situation. You'll always see that the guy who wants to make you laugh when everything is okay, he just wants to be noticed. But the guy who comes and can actually make you laugh when there is tension, he's trying very hard to ease your pain. And I think that is the greatest gift of comedy. And I feel it is up to us to... So for starters, you've got to try to be a good human being if you want to be truly, truly a funny person. And you don't have to be funny, you just have to make people happy. There's I think, a great distinction between saying that you've got to make people laugh and make people happy. And I think making people happy can also make people laugh. I'll tell you a situation. My cousin, again, little tragedy, but we're talking about tragedy. You started with death and the circle of life, sir. So I'll continue. But my cousin lost her husband very young. And she had lost her mother before that. And she had lost, well, let's not get into the deep tragedy of it all. But this was one girl who had seen the worst of life. All right? Now, we are at that boy's funeral. And people are standing in line, and people want to show you how much they care for you, and they come and they hug you, and They go on and on and on. And this girl is tired. So finally, I just went and held her hand, and she said, Boman, hug me fast. So I hugged her. She says, what happened? She said, I want to tell you in your ear, I want to whisper something. I said, what? She's saying, that auntie over there, that auntie, okay, she's come and met me about 18 times. She's hugged me, and she's smelling very badly. Now, the point I'm trying to make over here is there is no more tragic situation than this. And she is smiling and telling me, keep her away from me, please. That's the best thing you can do. Now, that's comedy for you in the most tragic situation. And it's a real piece of comedy in the sense that that girl was willing to laugh and say, Boman, bachao mujhe. Because I think it's the sweetest example in many ways to say, I know there's tragedy, but there is also humor that diffuses a lot of things. And I think we can use that, and we use that even in cinema. In the greatest of tragedies, there's, I don't know if you've read of Bertolt Brecht, who would, before the climax, there would be a big scene that would be a serious scene, and then finally a climax, which would be a really the tragedy of the film. But in between, a disconnected scene of comedy. And I think we've used that structure in Hindi cinema for many, many years. I mean, Mahmood Saab used to come and, in very, very serious films, come and he used to just make people laugh because too much of a good thing or too much of a bad thing is good for nothing. That's my little tipney for the moment.
Somji, please. Any question you would like to?
Anandji, as a director, what do you tell your actors in a funny scene? Do you tell them to be, because as you said, Tanu's actually stressed out right here. She's very stressed out. She has pain inside, and that makes us laugh. What do you tell actors when you're doing an incredibly funny scene where, in the middle they'll stop and start laughing? Do they play it straight?
I actually I take them with me as a partner. There's nothing which I know more than them. I take it that way. The only thing is that I feel, yes, I've spent little more time with the story than them. Otherwise, एक बार वो script पढ़ लेते हैं, मुझे लगता है we are on the same page. We understand. जितना मुझे वो character समझ में आ रहा है, उनको भी उतना ही आ रहा है. I really rely on my actors. I enjoy unka interpretation. I really enjoy watching it. And then spend little time with where I have to take this character from this point to. Any of the scenes, like ye wala scene. As I said, I was little stressed catching on to where to begin with. And then I sat with Kangana and decided that let's not do it in the beginning. And she said, yeah, fine. I really understand from where you're coming. Let's see where we reach, So it's a very give and take thing in terms of it's not a master and a actor. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. It's मुझे नहीं लगता कि एक डायरेक्टर एक कहानी लेके, like I always feel thankful to my actors, like what we were watching Boman sir doing was, मतलब आप Boman sir छीन लीजिए और ये scene देख लीजिए तो what will happen to you can really understand. So एक willing actor is the only need I have कि क्या आप मेरी कहानी के साथ हैं, बस इस पे अगर somebody says yes, then I'm your slave. So it's that kind of relationship between me and my actors.
And you see, it's more of a give and take between actors. When the comedy particular situation comes, you see, it's more of a give and take and interacting with the actors during that scene. If we are talking about celebrate cinema, so we'll talk about other films, like I'm a director, so I went through one of the scenes, I remember Ram Lakhan, where this Anupam Kher, ande wala jo scene hai, anda karti thi. So I remember that scene was actually very ordinary scene when I wrote it. कि भाई लड़का जो है वो लड़की के पास खिड़की में खड़ी है तो उसको छुप कर जाना है, मिलना है उसको जाके लखन को, has to go up. तो नीचे उसी, लेकिन उसके बाप की दुकान नीचे ही है, मकान ऊपर है, मकान नीचे है. अब नो हाउ ही कैन गो टू दैट, यू नो. तो उसको कुछ ना कुछ मैंने लिखा था, तिगड़म करता है लखन की तरह और चला जाएगा उसी. तो मैं तिगड़म लिखा था कि कुछ ना कुछ ट्रिक करता है. बट आई रिमेंबर कि आई रोट वन सीन वन डे बिफोर, जस्ट अ रफ स्केच. But actually that scene was, when it was being shot, it was Anupam Kher, Satish Kaushik, and Anil Kapoor, and myself. When we started reading the scene,
Right.
we started, you know, creating those scenes. कि मैं बोला यार ये ऐसा करते हैं, अंडा रख देते हैं इसके नीचे. और फिर वो बोलता है सेठ जी, और ये बोला अंडा सेठ जी. So you know, it was a very interactive session between actors and directors that time. And to me it was really, I tell you, it was one of the most paying scene that time in the film. एंड वो बन जाता है कभी कभी. कभी आप क्योंकि अपने कैरेक्टर्स ऐसे लिखे हुए हैं कि इनके कैरेक्टराइजेशन में ऐसा है कि थोड़ा सा डर है, थोड़ी सी ट्रेजेडी है, थोड़ा सा मिसफॉर्चून है. अब ये कैसे इंटरेक्ट करेंगे आपस में. सो देयर एक्टर्स कंट्रीब्यूशंस रियली मैटर अ लॉट दैट टाइम.
इसी पे एक सवाल है सर, फॉर ऑल थ्री ऑफ यू. पहले ज़माने में जो कॉमेडी हुआ करती थी सर, जैसे किश्तू साहब की थी, असित सेन, they would put on accents, they would change their body, moving stereotypes, they would play different parts from the. Today's humor is much more sophisticated.
Because the actor education of audience is definitely growing. Audience is much educated, the sense of humor is also growing.
Absolutely.
पहले जो मासिस थे, गरीब लोग थे, बहुत ही अनपढ़ थे, तो उनके लिए फेस बनाना भी एक बहुत बड़ी बात थी उनके लिए. और अभी तो ये है कि सटल एक्सप्रेशंस हैं और आइज के थ्रू पीपल अंडरस्टैंड यू व्हाट यू आर थिंकिंग. तो उसी भी हंसते, जैसे बोमन साहब ने जो लास्ट में.
मैं वही बात करने वाला था सर आपसे कि what we saw here and all three of, let's say, the two